Hello, I'm the Tempest English teacher. Let's get you exam ready. Today we're thinking about The Tempest by William Shakespeare with my guide and summary to Act 4. Before we get going, don't forget to like and subscribe. There are plenty of things on the channel, including free worksheets in the descriptions of my tutorials to help you understand text and improve your English. Okay, The Tempest, my guide and summary to Act 4. Let's remember that this play takes place on a desert island and a ship has sunk carrying King Alonso and his entourage, and those characters on board have ended up on this island. Let's just remember where people are at the beginning of Act 4 on the island. We've got Prospero the wizard and our hero. He is with his daughter Miranda and they've found Ferdinand, a prince, and Prospero has made him his prisoner. But of course, Prospero is quite happy for the two to fall in love. They've declared their love for each other, which Prospero has heard, and this is a part of his plan. We'll find out more. We then have these characters, King Alonso and his entourage, and they have all been scared away by Ariel, Prospero's helper, in the form of a harpy. We had Sebastian and Antonio plotting to kill the king, and they've all run away from this vision of Ariel, but they were also searching for Ferdinand at the time. And we've got these characters, the lower status characters, Caliban the monster, who has come across Stefano, who was the king's butler, and we've also got Trinculo, the king's jester. These three have come together and have decided that they will try and find Prospero and kill him, and their idea is to make Stefano king of the island and wife to Miranda. So they've got this plan that is informed by their drunkenness that they are hoping to execute on finding Prospero. So we've got characters plotting against each other, and of course they're about to come together between now and the end of the play, and those plans will either be successful or foiled, and we'll of course find out as the play progresses. There are 5 acts and we are heading towards the end of the play in this respect. Okay, we've got Act 4 in front of us now. These are all the key moments in my comic strip, and what I'm going to do is walk you through everything that happens. So at the beginning of Act 4, we've got Prospero apologising to Ferdinand for his treatment of him, and he gives his blessing to him. He is happy for Ferdinand and his daughter Miranda to marry. So clearly their being together and their marriage is a part of his master plan. We've also got King Alonso and his brother Antonio, and they're in need of being held to account for what they did to Prospero in the past. So we know that Ferdinand and Miranda being together and being married is a part of his plan. What else is going to happen with the other characters on the island? Clearly he has got a master plan that is going to come to fruition. We then have the gods, Juno, Ceres and Iris appearing, and there is a blessing of their union, lots of music and dancing from the gods. And then that ends as Prospero thinks about Caliban. He remembers that he's got Caliban, Stefano and Trinculo plotting against him. There's a little bit of a speech here where Prospero then speaks about life and death and the meaning of life perhaps, and says that we are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded by a sleep. So we've got this lovely little moment here where Prospero speaks to Ferdinand and Miranda, but effectively the audience, about life. And it's interesting that this could really be the voice of Shakespeare through this character here. Shakespeare wrote this play towards the end of his career as a playwright at the Globe in London. So maybe this is some of these words about life and death and about getting old are perhaps his saying goodbye to his own audience through the character, perhaps. We then have Ariel speaking to Prospero about the fact that he has led Caliban, Stefano and Trinculo into a stinky pond. So he's played a trick on them and led them astray. And Prospero, of course, is pleased with that, and they've got one more trick to play. So Prospero and Ariel provide another trap, some shiny clothing on a line that is hung out near where Prospero lives. Of course, they've been shipwrecked, the two characters, and also then wading through a swamp. So the idea of them having some fancy clothes to put on is something that appeals to them, especially in their drunken state. Caliban, though, warns them not to touch the clothing, and he's more keen for them to commit the murder instead and then think about these clothes afterwards. He is clearly afraid of Prospero finding them, and he's worried about Prospero getting his hands on them all or using his magic to turn them into something like an ape. So Caliban is the voice of reason here, but they clearly are not listening, and they're trying on the clothes, and it's a bit of a comic moment where Caliban is ignored, and clearly they're about to have their plans foiled. At the very end of this act, we've got Prospero and Ariel who have them chased away by spirits that are in the form of hunting dogs. So the three of those characters run away with their plans scuppered at the end of Act 4. And those are the key moments that take place in Act 4 of The Tempest by William Shakespeare. Now, if you want to take it further, all you need to do is click the link in the description. You can then have a completely free copy of my comic strip, as well as your own worksheet for you to fill in. So you can write your own summary of all of those key moments. And if we do that for Act 1 to 5, we know The Tempest back to front. Okay, check out the other videos on my channel. I'll continue to add content. Feel free to add something you'd like to see me cover in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and keep revising.